Frank Sinatra sang, "Who wants to be a millionaire?" And most people said, "I do." But it wasn't the money that people wanted. It was the lifestyle that went with having that million. But we're talking about decades ago. Whereas today, to enjoy that same lifestyle, you need to be a billionaire. So how do you become a billionaire? Earlier this month, I was in Ireland, where I had the opportunity to have dinner with billionaire John Boyle. And I sat down and had a chat with him about how he moved his business from a certain level to becoming a billionaire. And his answer to me was, "I partied." But before I go into what he did, let me explain about who John Boyle is. He's an Irishman who had a bread delivery run and was sacked from his job. He then turned around and opened a sports betting business in a small market, in a small town called Markethall. That was in 1982. By 1989, he had 5 businesses. Just look at my notes. That went up in 2002 to 19 stores, and by 2004, he had 77 stores. 2006, that had climbed to 100 stores throughout Ireland and the UK. And today, Boyle Betting, or Boyle Sports Betting, has over 300 stores or retail outlets throughout the UK and Ireland. They have a major online presence through their apps, and they are one of the big players in the industry. Doing my research about John Boyle, I came across an article in the Irish Independent, and it was written at a time when the business was worth 250 million. And John had told me this story, and I've now got the support from the article, where he told me he partied. And he partied like that business was worth 1 billion. John said, if you get the mindset right and you think you are going to be there, then you will be there. The article, typical newspaper, was a little bit more condescending is probably the word I should use and describe, because they said, what's the point of partying when you're worth 250 and you have to quadruple your turnover to get to 1 billion? Yet that is exactly what John did. Because John said to me, he partied as though he already had the 1 billion. His focus was that 1 billion was going to come. He knew that the law of attraction was that if he envisaged it and he focused on it, then that would actually happen. So for him, becoming a billionaire wasn't without its hard times and its stalls, if you like, or plateaus. But his focus was 100% on getting that business to 1 billion turnover. While countries saw growth and recession, his business continued to grow. He bought out some of the names that I recognize in the betting industry when they got into financial difficulty, and he saved a lot of jobs by taking over those businesses. But his focus was that he was going to be a billionaire, and he got there. So how do you become a billionaire? Well, according to John Boyle, you set that vision, you create that vision in your mind that you have already achieved it. You create the vision of where you are going to go and how you want to get there. And you just take the action that you need. And to use John's expression, you party as though you've already got there. So, who's for a party? Who's going to party as though they're a billionaire?